Daddy Ace. Welcome to April In Between. Thank you for accepting my first invitation to you. Ready ka ba sa mga questions natin today?
Ready na? Oh,
Ready ka na?
kahit na medyo alam kong sanay ako sa camera at saka dealing with the guest or kantong interview, naka-nervous din pala.
Siyempre, different experiences, different cameras, different stories, you know? Pero ngayon, we will hear about your stories and your definition of things about life, because this is more about in-between lives of people. And this is about in-between your life. Okay? Now, let's start with your first question. Okay?
Okay.
What is something about growing up that no one really prepares you for?
Actually, alam naman natin na ang buhay, hindi naman natin alam magiging future, di ba? So, pero dapat lagi tayong handa.
Of course.
Diba? Of course. So, para sa akin, yung paghahanda, lagi nandiyan kasi meron tayong dadatnan na ups and downs sa buhay. Para sa akin, pinaka hindi ko natakot ako, hindi ko napaghandaan kasi yung tipo na as of now, seafarer ako. So, ano na lang, yung i-inject ko na lang yung nangyari ng pandemic. So, pandemic is, alam mo naman, pag ikaw OFW seafarer ka is, nandyan yung, let's say, sorry, halos karamihan is one day millionaire. So, yun nga, sa pandemic, nagkaroon time na kala natin ilang weeks lang or whatever, tumagal ng 2 years, which is lahat apektado. Yun nga ang hindi napaghandaan. Yun ang talagang kailangan dapat i-focus natin kasi all of the sudden, biglang tumahimik lahat. At the same time, yun nga, nawalan dapat ng nawalan ng mga trabaho, nag-stop lahat. So, yun ang pinaka biggest problem na kailangan dapat maging ready in future all the time.
That's true kasi hindi natin alam kung kailan ba, kumbaga, di ba, alam mo yung kasabihan na parang gulong ang buhay. There's our ups and downs, sabi mo nga. But then, eventually, pandemic, akala natin history, kwento, and then naging reality natin, which is really a good point na something that hindi mo ina-expect for the future, which is already past, thank God, because we survived that moment. Now, in connection with that, have you ever felt the pressure to have everything figured out already?
Oo naman, oo, na-feel yan. Kasi, ngayon nga, na thankful ako kasi, kwento ko lang yung mga past ko. Siyempre, nung kabataan is, nandyan yung mga trials, okay? Hanggang sa ngayon, thankful ako sa mga trials ko, sa pagdaanan ko. Ito ngayon, I'm very happy kasi nagkatrabaho ako sa isang magandang company, which is cruise ship. Yun nga lang, ang pressure ko dun is hindi ko na hindi ko na ma-divide yung sarili ko minsan kasi pagka nasa work ako, minsan yung mga past kong work na kailangan, na dati kong gustong maging, pagka nasa bakasyon ako, ganun pa rin ang gusto kong mangyari. So, pag nandun na, hindi ko mabalanse lahat eh. Minsan hinahatak ako dun sa field ko na nandito pala dapat. To be honest with you, ang dami kong pinangarap. Bata tayo, ang dami natin pinangarap. Bottom line nito is maging successful.
Yes.
Di ba? Ang gusto ko talaga dati is maging actor. Which is now, naging hanggang ngayon is nagagampanan ko pa rin. Tapos,
Actually, sa pangalan mo palang, Ace Verhel.
Oh.
Nakatatak na yung pagiging part ng industry, ng media industry. I think parang ipinangalan na sa'yo yung mundo ng media industry.
Oh. And then, syempre, inisip ko, yung malaking, income.
Yes.
Nag-ano ko ng electrical engineering, which is engineering.
First time ko marinig yan,
Electrical engineering. Nag-failed ako doon to the point na pagka meron akong mga exams, sinisikret ko sa parents ko. Minsan, nag-ano ko ng, registered master electrician.
Feeling ko lahat ng nanonood ngayon, makaka-relate sila dun sa moment na pag bumagsak ka, alam mo yun, hindi mo sasabihin agad sa parents mo. Kasi, maramdaman mo yung pressure.
Yun,
Pasok yung
yun.
pressure.
To be honest with you, minsan kwento ko lang nakaraan, nag-enroll ako sa isang school na for examination, registered master electrician. Kasi gusto ko talagang magbarko nga talaga. So nag-failed ako sa pagiging electrical engineer. So gusto kong mag-exam na sa master electrician. So sinikret ko yun sa parents ko. Kasi inisip ko, at least pagka nag-failed ako, wala nakakaalam. Pero hindi ko pala alam yun na pagka once na nagpakapasa ka o failed, magpapadala pa rin sila ng letter that time. At nandun pa rin yung mga kung anong grade na sa'yo, ang natanggap mo. So, nakatanggap nun, mother ko. Sabi niya, bakit hindi mo lang sinabi? Sabi ko, gusto ko secret, tsaka mag-failed man ako, at least,
nagawa mo yung gusto.
At bukod doon, akala ko, yung hindi ako mapapaya sa kanila. Nalaman nila, kasi ang concern din nila, kanino ko kinuha yung pinangbayad ng kasi working student ako noon. Working student. So, kaya rin ako napunta, which is, eto nga, sa pagiging OFW seafarer. So, ngayon, na-divide niya, yung pressure niya, na-divide na. Minsan, gusto kong gawin yung dating ako na malabas sa eksena, sa...
Which is until now, you're doing it. We can still see you on different, like, Mapagkailanman, MMK.
Yeah.
I think people who knows you knows this too.
Yes. And, at the same time, happy rin ako kasi pag on board ako, nagagawa ko rin yun.
Yes, because you're
dealing with the guests.
You're making them happy. Yeah, I mean, I've seen the videos, like you post it also on social media, you're singing, you're performing with them. So it's like part of you. Actually, it's not just part of you, it's you itself that you are being part of the media industry, but everything really comes with pressure. Sometimes you want to achieve things, but you cannot get it all at the same time and all the time, no?
Kailangan din talagang sundin minsan yung puso mo.
Yes. Totoo naman yan.
At saka kung nandun ka mismo, i-dedicate mo talaga yourself.
Kasi kapag nandun ka, hindi pwedeng nandun lang. Hindi siya gagana ng walang work mo.
Stagnant ka lang, nandun ka lang talaga nakafocus.
Hindi siya gagalaw ng kanya. Kailangan ikaw yung mag-work for it. It's the pressure of life, you know?
Maano ko lang, sorry. Yan din ang sinasabi ko sa mga anak ko. Kung kayo kukuha ng course nyo, hindi dahil sa pinush kayo ng parents nyo, yung gusto nyo. Kasi doon nyo mararamdaman yung pressure pagka hindi nyo gusto pala yung course, pero dahil sa nakita ka lang ng ganito, tapos na-push ka lang, nakagraduate ka nga, pero hindi ka naman happy, satisfied. Kumbaga, diploma na lang kinuha mo, pero hindi ka happy dun sa ginagawa mo.
Kasi minsan sabi nga nung iba kong friends, they felt being tired because they are doing something that they don't love and they want to go back to what they love doing. So, ganun, kapag gusto mo yung ginagawa mo, hindi ka mapapagod. Pero kapag, oo, kumikita ka ng malaki, pero hindi mo gusto yung ginagawa
Mm.
mo, mapapagod at mapapagod ka in time.
Yes. Totoo naman talaga yun.
And now, because of all those struggles, now what are those silent struggles that you think a lot people like your age are dealing with right now? So, ano yung mga parang experiences mo or yung mga struggle na-experience mo na sa tingin mo lahat or karamihan ng mga tao na-experience din nila?
Alam naman natin na ang buhay hindi yan perfect.
Yes, totoo naman yan.
O yan. At walang perfect na tao, walang sa pinanganak dito, kahit pinanganak ka na may golden spoon, magdadaan ka pa rin
May
sa
kanya-kanyang
struggle. Okay. Andyan pa rin yung talagang iisipin mo na may pera ako, may trabaho ko. Hindi ko na hindi ko na mararanasan ang problema. Ganon. Yun doon ko naisip na kumbaga yung napagdadaan ng natin mga tao dito, individual person dito sa buong mundo is kailangan kung ano yung nangyari sa inyong failure, huwag ka mag-stuck doon. Isipin mo lesson learned sa iyo yun. At saka isipin mo palagi na si Lord, pagka binibigyan ka ng trials, is yun yung trials na or struggle na binibigay sa'yo kasi alam niya na kaya mong lagpasan. Hindi ka naman bibigyan niya ng mga problems or mga trials na hindi mo kayang lagpasan eh. Certain person, kailangan lang talaga yung faith every single day, every single night, whatever happens. Kasi, isipin mo na lang dito sa mundo habang nabubuhay ka, ay kalakip nun is mga problemang pagdadaanan mo, not even sa sarili mo, and also sa pamilya mo, sa relatives mo.
So I think a lot of people are having their own struggles in lives. And also like, when they are choosing the industry they're going through, the life, going through a marriage, everyone's are dealing with different stuff. So there's no specific struggle that can divert you to downfall if you know how to turn every challenges into a good lesson in life that you can use in the future, because failing once is acceptable, but failing twice is unacceptable anymore, because you failed once means you should learn. But the third time that you fail, it means you're a failure itself. But then those struggles teach us in life, right? So what do you think you do when you felt stuck in life? Nung minsan na na-stuck ka, kanina na nabanggit mo about pandemic na hindi ka naging ready at na-stuck ka. Ano yung ginawa mo para maka-survive, ma-revive? Kasi tingin ko marami sa atin na talagang na-stuck during pandemic.
Actually, yung sa pandemic, given na yun.
Yes, it's done. So, there's a lesson learned from there.
So, yun nga, lesson learned. Ang masasabi ko lang kasi talaga is, sa pang-araw-araw na gawain mo, isipin mo palagi na meron kang kaharapin na trials. Handa ka palagi. Kumbaga sa gera, kailangan mo palagi iniisip yung not even positive side only, negative side. Para at least, mangyari man ulit ang mangyari, na worst come to worst, hindi mo inaakala, handa ka. Kagaya yung mga tipong tao na pagka hahanap ng trabaho, akala nila, ay, meron na akong trabaho, okay na ako. Kampante na. Di ba? Pero hindi nila napaghandaan na meron palang mga, pagdating sa trabaho, mas maraming ang ma-encounter na trials. Kasi, diyan mo maiisip yung katatagan mo eh. Okay? May sasabihin lang ako sa'yo, alam ko out of the, ano na to eh,
Okay lang,
out of the
topic.
topic na to eh. Yung eldest son ko, si Tristan. Okay. Nakagraduate siya, masaya ako, tagal niyang hindi nakapaghanap ng trabaho. Tapos, nung ngayon may trabaho siya, ang saya niya, di ba?
Mhm.
Pero ilang weeks lang siya, nung minsan nagkakwento kami, sabi niya, Daddy, tingnan mo, napapala tuloy ako. Daddy, minsan masaya ako, di ba, may trabaho ko. Minsan naisip ko, tinatamad ako magtrabaho. Yun yung, yun yung trials sa kanya. Napaka-basic lang nun, trials sa kanya. Pero, pag nasa trabaho ko, inisip ko, ala, si daddy nga 24 years nagtatrabaho. Hindi napapagod. So, natuwa lang ako kasi, yung age niyang yun, nakikita niya kahit maliit na trials. Kasi yung trial na yun eh, yung tatamarin ka.
Totoo. At sa iba, hindi yun maliit na trial.
Mm.
Kasi, for example, ikaw, sa'yo, maybe madaling trial because you've been through a lot already. But for people who are starting, being lazy is too hard to overcome. Because ako, sabihin ko sarili ko, may time ako na talaga tinatamad ako.
Oh.
I work in the ship like you. I mean, pag nasa trabaho tayo, wala kang choice. Kailangan gigising ka, babangon ka, magtatrabaho ka, babalik ka, matutulog ka, pero babangon at gabangon ka. Hindi pwede yung tatamadin ka, mag-off ka kasi literally there's no off at all.
Oh.
But then, I mean, kilala ko si Tristan, kilala natin si Tristan, but he go through a lot, but then, eventually, ito yung sinasabi ng mga magulang. Hindi porket pinagsabihan nyo kami ngayon, maiintindihan kagad namin because experience is the best teacher. Actually, I would say that it's not the parents, it's not the teacher, but it's the experience itself. And now, as he experienced working by himself, he understood how hard and he appreciated your 24 years working without any day off.
Sorry, kahit ako nung share ko lang, si father ko kasi, si Papa Bere, Papa Lolo, nagtrabaho siya, OFW siya, Saudi. Alam mo naman, Saudi, years.
Of course.
3 years and then 2 months na vacation. Ito. So, I love him, pero hindi ako close sa kanya that time. Tapos, nung time na nakapagbarko nga ako, syempre, may pamilya natin ako, di ba? I remember that 2001, first ship ko, pwede ba magbagit ng Celebrity Cruises, Celebrity Century, first port, Puerto Rico, gabi yun. Tumawag ako. Pagtawag ko, tawagan ko si Joy, misis ko. Pagtawag ko, sabi ko, kausapin ko si Papa. Doon ko na-realize na, umiyak talaga ako sa lupa. Ngayon ko na-realize na kaya ka pala wala sa amin na matagal kasi para sa amin. Ngayon, nandito ako, malayo sa pamilya dahil para sa kanila. Doon ko nakikita yung, kaya ako naging, ngayon na kami naging close ni Papa nung mag-retire na siya sa pag OFW. Ngayon na kami nagkikita. Kaya doon ko na feel yung connection. Oo, kung bakit pala wala siya na matagal dahil para sa amin. Ngayon naman, binibigay ko naman sa mga anak ko. Which is, natutuwa naman ako, si Tristan or future mga anak ko is gagawin din yon sa magiging family nila.
Totoo, kasi yung sabi nga lagi ni Mama, yung magulang iba-iba. Yung iba nagsasalita sila na, in-explain nila, pero hindi lahat ng anak pare-parehas din,
Mm.
na maiintindihan nila. Yung iba kaya hindi na lang nila ina-explain
Mm.
kasi hindi rin naman nila maiintindihan on that moment because on that moment, sometimes meron tayong, alam mo yun, yung peak of emotion, hindi open yung mind natin para mag-accept para intindihin yung situation. But then eventually time will come, like we've reached a certain age that we realize that our parents working abroad is working hard for us to survive, but it doesn't mean that they left us. It means they are sacrificing their life, their moments with us to give us a good life. That we cannot force the kids also or us to understand it right away until we experience it too. It's like give your kids the benefit of the doubt. And you are giving it right now to your kids, the benefit of the doubt that maybe they don't understand it right now, but in the future. But
Sooner or
you've seen
later,
it. You've seen it with Tristan, with your first son, na ngayon naintindihan niya. Maybe before, kino-question niya kasi siya yung una, di ba? So parang siya yung magiging, nag-expect siya ng attention also and all. But then now, I think it's a fulfilled role also for youth na naintindihan ni Tristan and naintindihan mo with Papa Lolo also.
Yes,
It's parang, di ba, in generations, hindi mo naman alam kung ano yung mangyayari sa'yo in the future. But then, because of that, sabi mo kanina na, di ba, na-stuck ka, there are some pressure you've experienced, pandemic, some things that happen. But do you think there is something that you wish someone told you earlier before you experience this? What is the specific thing na gusto mo sanang sinabi sa'yo?
Actually, sa totoo lang, mabuti na rin talaga kung meron isang tao na concern, of course, na magsasabi sa'yo. Pero, on my experience, na walang nagsabi sa akin, although nandyan yung proper motivation, ganyan, o kasi yung pagsasabi rin, meron kasing time na may sasabihin sa'yo,
pero
hindi mo intindihin.
Kasi hindi mo accepted on that moment.
Meron din iba na sasabihin sa'yo straight, naiintindihan mo pero hindi nagsisingking kaagad sa'yo. Meron naman na sasabihan ka, papahapyawan ka, pero marirealize mo na lang in the end kasi nandun ka na sa time na yon, sa situation na yon. Ganun yun eh. Pero on my situation, yung mga nangyari sa akin, so far wala naman nagsabi sa akin ng mga ganon, na ganito, naranasan ko na lang. Kaya ko...
Pero kung merong isang bagay na sana sinabi sa'yo, ano yun? Kung sana may isang bagay na specific na sana sinabi sa'yo para, alam mo yun, medyo mas madali sana, kahit mahirap, medyo gumaan sana yung...
Laging maging handa.
Laging maging handa.
Kasi, yung panahon ko, siguro, nagdadaan sa ganyan, happy-go-lucky ako eh. Yung tipo na, pagkapasok nun, sa school, pag-uwi, nandyan gagawa ako ng, I'm sorry alibi para makalabas. Kasi strict talaga eh. Kasi bunso ako, makalabas, gagawa ng paraan, ganito. So, hindi ko na-prepare yung sarili ko. Although, active ako sa school, ganito, meron akong times na, kasi, sorry bulakbol.
I mean, hindi naman, don't be sorry because you've experienced it. And I think those things that you decided to do during that time build you for
yun yung
pinagsisisihan na ginawa mo nung time na yun.
Yun nga yun.
Kasi maraming tao dyan na sana sumama ako pumarty nung time na yun sa mga friends ko. Ngayon, hindi ko na magawa. Responsibility to conquer, to do, to
may negative and positive effect din kasi yun eh. So, yun nga, mabalik tayo dun sa kung hindi ako, nasabihan niya yung maging ready ka. Ready all the time. Kasi, pagka ikaw, I'm very happy kasi ako, masasabi ko na ako yung tao na ilang beses mamadapa, alam kong tatayo ako.
Baba.
How much mo yung iba na napaka-weak, halimbawa, di ba? Yun nga, hindi nasabi na kailangan maganda. Pero, happy ako, kahit na hindi nasabi sa akin, ang dami kong failures.
Kasi alam mo kung paano mo i-turn yung failure into achievement. Because I've been your daughter also, adopted daughter, guys, for a long time. But then, I've seen you in the media industry, I've seen you also being a seafarer. But then, I've seen you different ways, but I don't know you personally yet. Because I know you were always light person. I never seen you mad, like shouting, screaming. I've seen you drunk. That's true. But I never seen you mad, angry, like shouting to anyone. But then, this time that you said na, sana, I think people will be thankful that you mentioned yung pagiging handa or being ready. Kasi now people who can watch this can be ready all the time because it doesn't need to be a specific word na, alam mo yun, kasi yung maging handa ka lang, hindi mo minsan kasi, alam mo yung, papasok ka sa school, kailangan mo magdala lagi ng ballpen, kasi di mo alam kung kailan yung exam. But definitely, in the bigger thought, kailangan mo lang maging ready. So you have to prepare yourself. And you yourself, you know how to turn these small things into an achievement, basically. Because, kasi ikaw naging masaya ka sa pagiging, nagagawa mo yung hobby mo sa pag-artista, pag nasa bakasyon ka, but then you can support your family also. And I think, there are struggles, but you survive all the time. You never went to, pandemic is a given fact na it's a downfall for everyone. But a little downfall doesn't pull you even more down. It pulls you up because you turn it to an achievement.
Lagi lang talaga ready.
Kailangan ready. So, alam niyo na guys, kailangan ready kayo all the time. Girl Scout, Boy Scout.
Boy Scout, Girl Scout.
Yes. So, sa tingin mo, ready ka na at kailangan natin maging ready. It's given fact. But what do you think is your biggest fear nowadays for the future? Ano yung bagay na kinakatakutan mo for the future? Kasi, alam mo na kailangan mo maging ready.
Yung may iwan ko halimbawang alam naman natin na dito sa mundo aalis at aalis din tayo.
You never know when.
Yung may iwan mo yung mga anak mo na hindi pa sila ready. I can attest with that because I'm not ready during that time. And I know it's hard to survive. Actually, minsan nag-joke ako sa mga anak ko. Joke na hindi ko alam kung matatawa o maaasar sila. Ano sabi ko minsan? Kung minsan bigyan na ako ng time, knock on wood, mamatay ako para masilip ko kayo, pero mabubuhay din ako. Kasi masilip ko kayo kung ano kayo pag nawala ako. Nawala kami.
Paano sila magsusurvive?
Oo.
Kasi
kung ready kayo.
ready.
Kung sisilipin ko kayo at hindi pa kayo ready, buhayin nyo ulit ako. Alam mo yung gano'n?
Sana may ganun choice.
choice.
But that's the fear na wala namang ganung option.
Wala. O, diba? Kumbaga, yun yung fear ko. Alam ko kaya nila. Individual, kaya nila eh.
Yes.
Individual, walang problema yun eh. Pero, ang biggest fear ko is, yung sila mismo magtutulungan kung lahat yung sa amin, kami wala na. Diba? Ganun yun eh.
Kung sila yung magiging magkakakampi.
Yes, oo. Oo, kasi, family, walang perfect na family. Walang perfect na brothers and sisters. Meron ganyan tampuhan eh.
Pero kailangan na nilang pakisamahan yung
isa't isa. Oh, may iba-ibang attitude kayo eh.
Totoo.
'Di ba? Meron ganito, meron tahimik, meron ano. Pero in the end, kayo mismo dapat ang magtutulungan.
Totoo.
Yun nga. Tapos yung sorry, sinabi mo kanina, 'di ba? Yung na-experience mo rin, 'di ba?
Yes, totoo. I mean, I think if I will be on your position in the future, that will be also my fear. Because I've proven that it's not the age.
Mm.
Hindi ka pwede magsabi na mawawala ako by the age of 80, 90, when everything we know, everything are settled with your kids already by that time, if we have the kids. But for you, for sure, if you reach that age, you've seen them grown, you've seen your grandkids, which is a very big achievement for the future. I mean, sina Papa Lolo, seeing your kids, for sure, they will be happy. They're already happy. They're already satisfied. But I don't think that there is a certain age that the kids will be ready for us to let you go.
Mm-mm.
So may mga ganong moment, which is fear din ng mga magulang, or katulad mo bilang magulang, that it's your fear in the future if they will be ready after you left them. Which is, knock on wood, we don't know when is really, there's no young or old age.
Actually, isa pang fear ko is kung ina-accept ba ng mga anak ko yung sinasabi namin as a part of motivation, or ina-accept nila as nagagalit kami sa kanila.
I think, speaking as a daughter, because me, before, yung papa ko, ganyan. Katulad mo, hindi kami close. Hindi rin close kami ni mama nung nasa malayo siya. Opposite way. Nung umuwi si mama, dumating yung time na hindi kami, good, but I build a good relationship with my dad. But then, lagi niya ako napapagalitan. Sobrang strict niya ako. Strict talaga siya. But then, I don't understand. Nung pinapagalitan ako galit din ako sa kanya. But on that moment. But after everything I've experienced, like yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, I start to understood. Kaya, I mean, you're giving the benefit of the doubt for your kid to understand it in the future. But on that moment, you have to understand how they feel. Kasi kahit siguro may sinasabi na ang hirap magpalaki ng magulang. Kasi 'di ba, yung mga tao, sabi nila galing tayo sa pagiging baby, babalik tayo sa pagiging baby. Bakit? Kasi in time we will need their help also. But then we cannot expect something in return from them because we are here, or the parents are there to support them. Pero
tungkulin namin.
Yes, palakihin kayo kasi ginusto nyo maging anak sila, pero never nilang ginustong maging magulang until pinanganak sila at na-experience nila yon. So, they are not also like, you cannot expect them to give you house, to give you money in return, but the only fear is if they will survive. Kasi yun lang naman yan I mean, expectation from the parents for the kids is a big, it's a heavy weight for their shoulder already. It's already the pressure that we're talking about. Kasi diba, may time na bumagsak ka pero hindi mo alam kung sasabihin mo ba kasi baka magalit sila. Baka patigilin ka lalo, pero may gusto ka din naman, so may gusto kang patunayan sa kanila, but then eventually you try to do it yourself. Kasi achievement mo yun, kasi yun yung gusto mo. So same goes with the kids. I hope everyone also can relate that kids are not an insurance for us to survive in the future after we finish or we retired. That's why we have to be ready for ourselves at the same time to be ready for them if they will be ready.
Ayun lang talaga ang fear ko. Pero nakikita ko naman talaga, yung mga nasasabi namin sa kanila is natatanim sa isip nila.
Yeah. I mean, the others, we cannot say yet, but Tristan, now you can see it from him because he's growing. You've seen him from, I think siya yung pinakaunang makikita mo na mag-a-attest nung baka hindi niya naintindihan nung time na yon. Kasi we know him. So alam mo na, yun na yung malaki na yung naging growth niya as a kid and as a person. But then, from there, kasi di ba, nakwento natin yung downfall, nakwento natin yung fear mo in the future. Sa tingin mo, what does healing looks like for you nowadays? So, paano na nag-heal yung mga tao? Paano ka na nag-heal from those moments na nag-struggle ka, nasaktan ka? I know there are people
Mm.
who left you from the industry, from different industry, and of course, we
Yes.
cannot deny na we didn't expect from them that they will still be here, but they already left us.
Prayers lang.
Just a good.
Talaga. At the same time, learn for that mistake. Okay? Kasi, yun nga, sinabi mo nga, nangyari ng once, given.
Yes.
Pag nangyari pa ulit, maaring given pa rin, pero medyo unacceptable na yun. Yun nga, kaya matutunan mo kung saan ka nadapa, matutunan mo kung saan ka nadapa, at doon kung saan ka nadapa, huwag ka mag-stuck doon. Bumangon ka, doon ka agad bumangon. Kasi, ang buhay kailangan tuloy-tuloy lang.
Oh, hindi ka naman pwedeng
Hindi
hindi huminga.
Hindi ba pwedeng yung parang movie na, ay, pupos ko lang, saglit lang ha, baka pwedeng ibahin natin yung
Na
angulo, ganun. So, yun nga, continuous lang. Yun nga sinasabi ko sa'yo is, pray lang talaga. Kasi, yun ang pinaka-powerful, alam mo naman, powerful sa lahat dito eh. Kung halimbawang meron na nangyaring ganun, prayers lang, ganun.
Wala namang assurance sa lahat ng
Oh, sa work, kung saan. Actually, hindi ka namang, pagka magdarasal ka, gusto mo, pag magdarasal ka, Sunday or kaya sa church, hindi. Kumikit ka lang eh. That's it. Nangyari to, failure na to, hindi mo papagpabukas o pagmamaya. Kumikit ka lang eh. Salamat po sa nalagpasan ko to, ganito. Tapos, move forward lang. Ganun lang talaga.
I think you've answered all my questions, and I've heard your story, and I've heard your story also. I mean, I knew this is kind of different type of thing that you do, but I hope you also enjoy the moment that you've
Yes.
shared, because this time you are the one helping other people by them listening to your story. I mean, guys, Daddy Ace, I call him Daddy Ace from the start. I mean, I think sa intro, Daddy Ace na yung natawag ko instead Mr. Ace, which is what I planned, because he'd been my second dad also.
Yes.
And he knew my struggle, I knew his struggle, so I know that this topic will be the best fit for him, because he is on a different industry wherein he would love to do both at the same time. So I think that's all. Thank you so much.
Thank
Do you want to promote something, or you want to invite them somewhere, social media?
First, thank you also, April. Ang masasabi ko lang, wala akong kailangan i-promote, pero masasabi ko lang, bottom line nito is, kailangan maging ready tayo at prayers. Yun lang. Kahit saan, pasasalamat, paghingi ng tawad, at paghihingi ng blessings kay Lord, okay? Na blessings which is not na gusto kong ganito, which is blessings na kailangan malagpasan lahat ng problema na pinagdadanasan natin. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Daddy Ace.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you again on our next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.